of some of the stuff he was talking about in that debate. Uh, what he was talking about. He was going to do it. How come they didn't do it when he was in there with Obama and so forth? And the other thing that scares me, he was when the Pope was on there talking to all them congressmen and everything. He was right up there presiding over. And plus, he's a Roman Catholic, and I don't trust neither one of them. I don't trust Pence because he's the one that really manipulating that Trump. So I can't. I don't see we can get with. It's a catch-22, and then some of the crooked stuff he doing. I don't care for that lady he got either. She was a prosecutor. I really don't. They are liars. And I don't believe nothing she said. Just her being an ex-prosecutor, a prosecutor. If you believe anything a prosecutor said, you got a problem. Because that's all prosecutors known to do is lie. They're big liars. It was something Trump, he was saying that he was going to do, it's socialism. And
Biden or Trump?
Huh?
Who are you speaking of right now? Biden or Trump?
Biden. He said that he was talking about this welfare. I'm not, people need to be making a decent wages. Talking about he gonna raise the minimum. See, when they raise that minimum wage to $15, they raise everything. That's been my experience watching it all my life. They'll raise it if they raise it 15, everything else raises up. They raise the price of food, everything. And guess what? And the people are still right back where they started out before, believe it or not. I've been watching this since the 70s. When I began to understand it, like I said, every time they raise the wages, every price on everything go up. Price of gas go up. Everything go up. It's a catch. It's so ridiculous. The thing is, they keep the poor poor and the rich richer. That's what it's about. And when Biden talking about if a person make $400,000 a year, they're gonna have to pay their share of taxes. And
who do you think, based on anything that you can use in your knowledge and awareness right now, who do you think is more likely to win? Who do you think is leaning towards right now?
Probably put Trump back in there.
Yeah, I believe that too. I've been feeling like that.
I'll tell you one thing.
For a while.
If Biden get in there, what I don't like about Biden is he talking about shutting the whole country down. And that is not proper. That is the worst thing. I'll vote against him. Just for that reason alone. You're going to shut the whole country down and put everybody in there, and you can't step outside of your house. That sounds like we're moving toward they call it despotic government.
It's called a what?
Huh?
It's called a what?
Despotic. DOSPOTIC, which means that we're on the road to tyranny, and the people that have no rights after that. Once they do that and get the people into that, there ain't no turning back. Once you start following all their instruction, there ain't no turning back. Let's just look at the history. See what I'm talking about. Same thing took over there in Germany, Nazi Germany. The only way they had to get that is they had to overthrow defeat Germany. And now the whole world is involved in the same thing. They got the whole world in there. The whole world is being deceived. with this so-called coronavirus, and that thing ain't killing nobody like the way I don't see people falling.
I don't want to really discuss the coronavirus right now.
Yeah,
I know that it's a part of the
it's part
campaign,
of the scheme.
but I don't really want to put that on my conversation topic of recording right now. I don't want to discuss that because I'll lose focus on what the aim is. So, and you spoke about Biden. What about President Trump? Now you mentioned that you don't.
He's also controlled by the enemy. They both. The enemy control them both parties.
Now tell me this: when it comes to the spiritual aspect of following law and government and following the biblical scriptures in relation to these two candidates for presidents, what is your perspective on that? What is your take on that?
Well,
when it comes to the scriptures and it comes to elections and choosing your leaders and following your leaders,
I feel like this: if I vote for somebody and he do the wrong thing, and then turn into tyranny, I feel I'm held accountable for that.
What does the Bible say? What is the scripture? Is there anything indicative to the scriptures and the leaders of the world? Is there anything indicative to that?
The only thing I can show you in the scripture is where Jesus said it. Well, he said it best. He said, "My kingdom is not of this world." So we should not be trying to put our stakes in this world. We should.
Isn't there a scripture relevant to following your leader or king or queen or whatever? And in our case, our government. Isn't there something relevant to that?
Well, it is.
I'm trying to get you to focus in that area.
I think it's Acts chapter 5 where it says, "It is better to obey God than men." In other words, it is better to obey the laws of God than the laws of men. Because you see, only God can give rights. See, God have already given our rights, and that's the same. Marxism, the socialism, democracyism, they have already want to take away all our rights, all our liberty. We all. The only thing is, only person can hold some is them in their party. They're the only one holding all the wealth, but we can't own we the people can't own.
Do you know anything about the electoral vote? What is that really about?
College vote?
What does that really mean?
Yeah, the electoral college vote. That's the one that elect the president. Those delegates, the one that get the most electoral college vote. That is what put the person in as president, and not the number of people. But see, on the electoral college vote, when they go to vote, we vote them in, and then if they change their mind and switch on us, and they do that all the time. Hillary, they did that to Hillary. She had most of the popular vote, but Trump had the electoral college vote. That happened also in history under a guy by the name of Allen Stevenson back there in the 40s, I think. He had the most popular votes, but I think it was Truman. He had he won on the electoral college votes. See, they change their mind when they get there. They don't necessarily have to follow the people, which the people that is not that may not be the choice of the people. Only history would tell us that. Yeah, these people are steadily coming.
So, what you're saying is, electoral college vote is what determines who the president is?
Every state is only have so many electoral college votes. That's it.
So, if someone was listening to this education, their understanding would be that the electoral college vote is relevant
each state is
more than the citizens and the people.
Right. See, the electoral college vote depends about the amount of people in that state. That's why some states have more than others. There's supposed to be so many people per per so many people, and that's what determines how many electoral.
So what is the point of
Delegate.
what is the point of the citizens voting then?
Well, see,
If that is the
but
primary reason behind, if that is the primary reason the president is selected, then why are people voting? Just for entertainment?
No, but see, when the founders set that up, there was a reason why they said, because most of the people were not educated, and so they want to have somebody informed so that they can make the better choice for the people. People that are going to stand up and uphold the Constitution. That's what the whole thing really is about.
Okay, so for more clarity, the body of the electoral, you said these are, when you say college or whatever, these are people college. They're in, why is it called?
They are elected. For every so many
if a 15-year-old wanted to understand this, if a 15-year-old wanted to understand why they're calling it a college, why are they calling it electoral college?
It don't have nothing to do with schooling, and that's the
I just want this record that we're creating right now to reflect enough information to where if a high school student at the age of 15 was to hear it, they can have at least a beginning opportunity to grasp some of this education.
Let me brush up on that, but I think that if I remember correctly, it's been years since I studied that. Yeah, I'm talking about, when I say years, I'm going all the way back to my high school days.
Right.
Okay, now, if I remember correctly, there was so many people, then that like so many thousand that representative, and that was one vote for the electoral college. And like, for example, I think the state of Ohio may have 20 or 21 electoral college votes.
Okay.
And so overall, so it depends on how many people in Ohio. But now see, if a lot of people moving out of Ohio, they lose that. So they lose so many votes, and wherever those people going, then that other area will gain those electoral college because of the amount of people there.
Okay, so if we have a certain amount of if we have a certain type of population, we can maintain the 21.
Yeah. If so many people move out,
electoral college vote,
they may lose.
So how are these electoral persons selected to be on the college
they may be
electoral?
They may be your representative.
Do the people get an opportunity to know who they are?
Oh yeah, I think Margaret Fudge may be in one of them.
You mean Marsha?
Marshall Fudge may. I don't think she is a congressman.
Congresswoman.
Yeah, but I gotta see, they may have a special delegate that they. But I do know so many people. I gotta double check that again. They're so long. Yeah. I mean, them on Mercedes can be a lot of trouble too. Them right there.
Okay, I want to stay on track because I'm making a record. I want to know.
Wait, I want to
know
one of my books.
When we could do a little research too.
Yeah.
We could do a little bit more research. It's just that.
Give it to you. I think I got an American history book. Yeah, sometimes I have to, because I remember the terms like the Pope barrel. Let me see, the general glitterality, the general glitterality.
So what do you think about? What do you think about? Who do you think? I know you don't really believe either of the candidates are worthy of our government. But who do you think is more likely to uphold our Constitution right now? And who do you think is more likely to destroy it?
Okay, but right now, Trump professed to be upholding it, but that remains to be seen. But I know Biden hates it. I'm gonna tell you straight off the bat.
Okay. Now Biden hates it.
Yeah, ain't no doubt. I mean, I'm listening to him. Him